Hey, what's up, guys? It's me. So I was tagged in a planning or baby planning tag, and basically, what it is it basically is just 23 questions about um, things that you plan on doing, I guess, with your baby. And I think it's a lot of fun. I was actually requested to do this by Mona. Hey, girl. So I'm gonna go ahead and get down to it. So here it is. And I know, guys, that this scenery is a little bit different. I usually do these videos in my room, but I'm in my living room because the lighting is better and it's sunny outside, and I kind of just want to be out here. Um, so here it goes. First question is, will you find out the gender? Yes, I do plan on finding out the gender. I want to know. Have some people at my job who are old school, and they're like, back in the day, we didn't find out what we were having. We just kind of had the baby, or whatever the case was back in the day, and then they chose to carry that on when their children came about, and they didn't want to know. I want to know. Um, will you use a pacifier? Yes, yes, and yes. Do you have any nursery ideas? I've actually been on to like Babies R Us. Babies R Us, for me, that website has kind of the best little cribs and sets available. That I think I'm gonna use now. When you guys get a chance to see the baby's gonna be in my room first. I'm gonna have the crib set up in my room first, and I'll let you guys see that when that time comes. But when we relocate, they are gonna have their own room, and then I'll let you guys see that nursery. But as far as any ideas, not really. I don't. I have some ideas here and there. I want to do the whole little name decal. I want to do pictures. I plan on getting some pictures done of me when I was and when I was pregnant. And then I plan on getting some pictures done right after the baby's born by a professional photographer with me and then the baby by itself. And I want some of them to be in black and white. And I plan on putting some of those around the baby's room. I'm like obsessed with black and white art, but yeah. That's just some of the ideas. So it's gonna be pretty sweet, real artistic, but still, child friendly. Are you the first, middle, last of friends trying to conceive? Trying to conceive. Well, it wasn't like we were all sitting around like, hey, let's all get pregnant. It wasn't anything really like that. Like we were just really going hard to try to get pregnant. It was more so like actually had a friend that I work with, and we really became real cool. It seemed like as if I knew her for years. And we discussed, how at this point in my life or her life that I don't see a problem with having a child, and I would like to have one too. And if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Well, surprisingly, she ended up getting pregnant first. Then I got pregnant, and then now one of my friends is pregnant. So I guess I would be in the middle, but it was not anything where it was just planned. It kind of just happened that way. Um, will you get used? Will you get used hand-me-downs? It depends because most of my friends have boys and one of them has a girl. I know the one that has a girl said yes, she would give me a few things. Um, I'm not like too pressed about getting used clothes, to be honest with you. I'm not really kind of like into that. But if they give them to me, heck yeah, I'll use them. How close in age would you like your children? Really, I would like my children to go to school together. I don't want them to be like a year apart. I would like them to be maybe 2 years apart, 2 to 3 years apart. That's how I would like it. Will you make your own baby food? I am a working mother, so I don't think I will have the time to do that. So it'll probably be those little Gerber food things all day. Will you co-sleep? What does co-sleep mean? I have no idea. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick on Google because I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? Co-sleeping with baby. Let's see what that means. Oh, so it basically means to share a bed with your infant. Ooh. Well, I guess the good things about sleeping, it says it encourages breastfeeding. It makes it easier for nursing mother to get her sleep cycle in sync with her babies. Helps babies fall asleep more easily. and helps babies get more nighttime sleep, helps parents who are separated from the babies during the day regain closeness. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do this because I have a fear of rolling over my baby while they're, in my bed. And I have a lot of blankets and pillows, and I know I could take those out, but I just don't feel really comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable sleeping with my baby in my bed like that, especially when they're newborns. Maybe when they get older, but I really don't feel comfortable with that. Plus, another thing is that this is just based off of my experience, what I've noticed with some people when they do get so close to their child like that. Not them, but the baby getting so attached to them, it's hard for them to interact or be with other people, especially when you need to drop them off for babysitting purposes. But I don't feel comfortable with that, especially if it's me, the baby, and the dad in the bed. Like, it freaks me out to think that I would possibly roll over my child or something like that. So I really don't think that we will be doing any of that co-sleeping stuff. Will you use a stroller, or do you believe in using a stroller? Yes, I do. And they told me the other day about how he saw this woman, she had a stroller, but it was the one where you can actually jog in. I was like, ew, those are ugly. But then I got this ad from Buy Baby or whatever it's called, and they actually are kind of cute. Looks like they've revamped them or upgraded them. So I plan on going ahead and using a stroller, regular one. I want to get the one that it's like the Grow With Me, where it comes with the car seat along with the stroller, and I plan on using that. And then I want one that I can actually run with or walk with in the park, so I can tone back up. Will you go back to work or stay at home? I will go back to work. My job actually gives me 12 weeks off when I do have the baby, so I'll be off for 3 months, and then I'll go back to work. So I do plan to go back to work. I wish I could stay at home, but I can't. After the newborn or infant, how long will you let your child cry before going to them? I'm going to make sure that the baby's diaper is cool, that the baby, I'll make sure the baby's diaper is cool. I'm gonna make sure that they're fed. I'm gonna make sure that, everything else is straight, that they're comfortable. But I don't believe in that every time the baby cries that you should just pick them up every single time that they cry. At least in the household I grew up in, there was a such thing called let the baby cry it out. But of course, I'm not going to just abandon my child, but I don't believe that every single time you should pick them up. So that's just me. How often will you bathe your child? I know that there's a period in time where once the baby's born, I guess you don't do it, and after that you can start bathing the baby, and I'll try to do that once a day, at least before bedtime. Will you do extended rear facing car seat? Yes. And I was actually told that whole situation has been extended, where the baby is supposed to stay rear faced for a longer duration of time than the original. So yeah, that doesn't make sense on why you wouldn't want to do that. But that's you. I'm not saying, hey, it's just my opinion. All right. Will you breastfeed? If so, how long? Yes, I really, really want to breastfeed. Some people say it's hard. Some people say it's easy. I don't know because I never had kids before. But I know that breast milk is the most nutritious milk that a baby can have, especially with their immune systems and different things like that. It's very, very healthy. From me hearing that, babies who are breastfed have a less likelihood of getting sick, have a less likelihood of having allergies, asthma, all different kind of things that children who supposedly are on Similac or those type of engineered things cause them to get sick. So I don't know the truth behind, the whole Similac situation, but it is a fact that breast milk is the most healthiest. When will you introduce solids or baby food? To be honest with you guys, I have no idea. This is my first time. I don't know when babies can eat solid food. That's something I'm going to have to look into. Let's see. I think babies can eat solids, or at least Gerber food when they're like 8 months, 7 months. Let me see. Let's find out real quick. Let's learn together, because I know everybody don't know the answer to this question. Okay. So, babies eating solid food. What does it say? Oh, you can introduce solids anytime between 4 and 6 months if your baby is ready. So, ta-da. So sometime between then, 4 to 6 months is when I'll do it. Let me see. Do you want a boy or girl first? Really, to me, it doesn't matter. I've always had dreams about a little girl for the past 2 years, or even before then. I've always had dreams that I was having a baby girl, and it was the most beautifulest girl that you would ever see in your life. A little chocolate, little cute thing with light brown eyes. That's what I've always dreamed that I would have, is a little girl. I could be wrong. It might be a boy, but because of the dreams, I guess I want a little girl. But at this point in the game, I really don't care as long as my child is healthy. Okay, that's all I care about. As long as the baby is 110% healthy, then it's cool. Okay, guys, let's see. What was the next question? The next question was, do you have names picked out? Yes, we do. If it's a boy, it'll be Nathaniel Joseph. Nathaniel is my boyfriend's full first name, and Joseph is my dad's first name, and my dad has passed away, so it holds some significant meaning there. And then Nathaniel is also named after his father, so it'll be awesome. So they keep their first and last name going. They don't do the whole first, middle, and last name. They just do the first and last name going. If it's a girl, and oh my gosh, I have been catching some flack for this name. Mostly on my side. I don't think his side really cares like that. But on my side, it's just kind of been crazy because my family's really into like the meaning of the name and what does the name symbolize, and is it a Christian background, and blah blah blah, and meaning has this and that. And everybody's name, who their name is, does not always live up to their name. So I don't think it really matters, that part. But it means something to me and my child's father, and that's all that matters. And that's what I had to do, move it out their way, and it's just me and his decision. But if it's a girl, her name will be Bella and her middle name will be Rose. And Bella is Nate's mother's name, who has passed away, and Rose is my mother's first name. And I think it's just a beautiful name because Bella means beautiful, and then in Hebrew it means devoted to God, and Rose means so many things, that it means a lot of nice things. A rose is a very beautiful flower, and it gives us a wonderful scent and things like that. So it's a perfect combination. Beautiful rose. Let's see. How many kids do you want? I used to want 6 when I was like a young girl and I didn't know no better. But now that I'm experiencing this, I think I'll be cool with 2 or 3. Really, however many God give me, I'm straight with. Will you homeschool? No, I will not. I think that it is very important for my child to be able to experience other children, other cultures, and other interactions. And that's just me. Home or hospital birth? It will be a hospital birth. It will not be at home, because I feel that if something goes wrong, I need to have the doctors and nurses on staff to be able to assist me at that time, and not have to get call an ambulance to come and take me if something goes wrong. So that's just my personal perspective. Planned C-section, epidural, or natural birth? I really don't know what to expect with this whole pain situation. People say that it feels like someone's taking the bottom of your jaw and your top jaw and pulling them back. And if it feels like that, oh, hell yes, it'll be an epidural. And to some people, it's not that bad. But I will go with the epidural first. And depending on my experience, I might try natural birth the second time. And planned C-section is only, I guess, if I'm past my due date. Will you drink while pregnant? Clearly not get hammered, but a glass of wine occasionally. Hell no, not an ounce. Not an ounce. Not an ounce, not a teaspoon, not nothing. They say not even a sip. Don't do it, because they don't know how much of it can affect the baby. Will you cloth diaper or use disposables? I am going to use disposables. Again, I am going to be a working mother, and unfortunately, I don't have time to sit up here and tie my baby up in some cloth diapers every time they pee and poop and switch the lining of the cloth diaper. I just don't have the time. So if I did, I would, but really, I'm not going to do that. But anyways, there are the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If you are a new mommy or you haven't gotten tagged in this, let me know and I will tag you in it, or you can feel free to just answer the questions yourself. All right, bye guys. See y'all later.